good morning guys. Although lately I've been uploading a little bit later. So is good morning still appropriate? Don't know. I've been doing it for years. Maybe it's time to change it. What do you guys think? Not what today's video is about. I've got my eye patches on. These things are amazing. They're from Amazon. They're super cheap. I will have them linked down below. Also not what this video is about. Today I'm gonna be sharing my fitness routine alongside a what I eat in a day. You guys know that I keep things realistic around here. If you are looking for a if you're looking for a what I eat in a day, that's all, you know, Pinterest perfect, macros are perfectly balanced, this video is probably not for you. I keep it real around here. I am a mom of 3, I'm a vegetarian, like eating healthy, and I like exercising because I like what it does for my mental health and I like how I feel physically, but I cannot dedicate my entire day to, you know, food prep and this, that, and the other. So this is sort of, you know, if you want to eat healthy and you want to exercise and you're looking for motivation and maybe some ideas, but it really needs to be realistic for you, then hopefully this video will help. Something that I think a lot of people don't realize is even people who have been into health and fitness for a long time. I have been into health and fitness for 10 years now, probably. People who are new to health and fitness often assume that, you know, people are always motivated and they always want to eat healthy and they always, you know, they never struggle with motivation or energy, and that's just simply not true. I have been struggling with my own motivation for not so much eating healthy, but working out for sure. You know, I've been struggling with my own motivation lately. And so I also want to share tips throughout today's video how to get that motivation back when you've lost it. Maybe you've never worked out before, never really been into healthy eating, or maybe you have, but you've fallen off the wagon and you're just, it's like that game of double dutch and you're like having a hard time deciding when to jump back in or how to jump back in. We've all been there, we've all felt that way. And I do have some tips on how to get your motivation back and how to kind of get back into the swing of things. So I'm also gonna include that in today's video. So first things first, I am starting the day with a cup of coffee. I wasn't doing coffee for a long time and I was doing matcha. Matcha is amazing for you because it's full of antioxidants. It's a more natural caffeine high, so you don't get that kind of caffeine crash, which you can get from coffee sometimes. Matcha is the same as green tea. The grade of it is different, but for all intents and purposes, it's the same as green tea, but normally with tea, you steep the leaves of the tea and then you drink essentially the juice, right? You take the leaves out and you drink the steeped water. Whereas with matcha, you drink the actual ground leaves. So it's much, much more potent than just drinking green tea. But there is also benefits to coffee. It can cause anxiety in some people, and that's why I had gone off of it for a while. My anxiety had kind of heightened, and so I just wanted to take all the factors that could have been contributing to the anxiety out, but everything is more reached a place of shalom more, and so I'm back to having coffee in the mornings, especially in the mornings where I'm kind of tired. I didn't sleep great last night, so I'm sort of dragging my heels. The typical morning where maybe you would talk yourself out of working out. So I'm gonna have my coffee first and then we're gonna do our workout. I get my espresso from Walmart. You can get it at most grocery stores too. It's really cheap and it is the best espresso I have ever had. This one is the best. It's the Medaglia d'Oro. The Italian flag is on the front of it. I do have an espresso machine, which for me is money well spent because I use it a lot. I have the Breville Bambino is what it's called. I'll have it linked down below. She is not cheap, let me tell you. She's like 500, I wanna say. I got it on a Black Friday sale 2 years ago. It was like 40% off, so it was money well spent. There is this espresso machine that I saw on Instagram. It's like $1,000 US. So it's about $1,000 more than I have to invest in something that I don't need, and purely it's just for the aesthetics because I already have a fully functioning espresso machine. But ladies and gentlemen, it is so gorgeous. It's a piece of art. It is an absolute piece of art. You know, some people look at hot men on Instagram. I look at beautiful espresso machines and I just think, if I was a rich girl, I should mention what I added to the bottom of that is some agave, an organic vanilla agave. Sometimes I'll do brown sugar, sometimes I'll do honey, but lately it's been the agave and it's really good. This is the only almond milk you should ever be purchasing. It is the absolute best. The Almond Breeze unsweetened vanilla. Don't come for me in the comments about how bad it is for the environment to have almond milk. You gotta choose your battles, and that's not the hill I'm willing to die on. Also, I promise you, I'm not a crime boss. A fat stack of cash. First of all, none of this is mine. I'll just tuck that back in there. I sold something on Facebook Marketplace for someone. All right, so I am going to enjoy this, and then I'm gonna start my workout. Okay, done my coffee. So we are going to go upstairs and start our workout before I have too much time to think about it and talk myself out of it. So if you have not worked out today, I encourage you to do this workout with me. If you don't have weights, you can use pasta sauce jars, bottles of water, whatever, but just get your body moving. A half-hearted workout is better than no workout at all. My first tip on how to get your motivation back to work out is something you're already doing, and that is watch a video or watch some sort of inspiring content around health and nutrition. Seeing someone else be inspired and motivated to work out, seeing someone else eating healthy really does help our own motivation in wanting to create those habits for ourselves. Quite honestly, sometimes I don't even watch a video of someone working out or eating healthy. I just watch someone who lives a healthy lifestyle. I just watch a lifestyle video of them just living their life. Seeing the energy they have and the positive attitude that they take into their life does make me think, yeah, that's how I want to feel, and that's the energy I want to bring to the day. That alone for me is motivating. I can see the difference between the energy level that I've currently been having and the energy level that I'm seeing someone have who lives a healthy lifestyle, and that in and of itself inspires me. Sometimes if I've really lost motivation, I will watch a series of those sorts of videos of just watching someone eat healthy, watching someone work out, watching someone who lives a healthy lifestyle just live their life even if they're not working out. And watching a couple of those switches something in my brain. It like takes the file off the shelf, dusts it off of like, oh yeah, that's what it feels like to live a healthy lifestyle. And so the fact that you're watching today's video, I hope that I can be that for you. So with that in mind, today I'm gonna share my go-to arm workout. If you guys would like to see more fitness routine videos for me in terms of what I actually do, like a follow along fitness video, let me know in the comments. I can definitely film that for you. So I like to start with just a little bit of cardio, and that can be putting your favorite song and for 3.5, 4 minutes, just dancing your heart out to whatever song is motivating for you. It can be going for a quick walk around the block, something to kind of get your heart rate a little bit elevated. So when it comes to working out my arms, I have neck issues as a part of my chronic migraine syndrome that I have. So I have to be really careful with the arm workouts I do because I often put too much pressure on my traps and my neck, and I just kind of throw my neck out. So this is an arm circuit that I have been doing for years, and it really does help kind of chisel your arms and strengthen your arms, but it takes the strain off of your neck. So in terms of the amount of weight, completely up to you. There's no one number that will work for everyone. What you want to do is find an amount of weight where the last few reps are really challenging for you, but you can do them with proper form. That's the right weight for you. So I'm gonna start by just kind of warming my arms up, circles. And this just kind of helps get blood flow to the area and sort of tells your arms, hey, we're about to work out. If it motivates you to get some cute workout clothes so that you feel, you know, more inspired to work out, there's nothing wrong with that. I often just work out in my bra and underwear or my pajamas because it's easier for me. But, you know, you do you, boo. If you need that cute outfit to get yourself motivated, nothing wrong with that. I will put a link in the description box for the leggings that I shared on Instagram that literally make every single booty look like it belongs in the Smithsonian, and they're cheap off Amazon. I will leave those down below. Okay, again, you can do water bottles, you can do no weight to start, you can do jars of pasta sauce, cans of beans, whatever. You can get creative. It can be 2 bottles of Merlot. No one's judging you. It's fine. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is we tend to have a bit of an arch in our back when we lie down. You want to tilt your pelvis so that your back is flat on the ground. So you want to think about if you had a cup of tea or a glass of water sitting on your uterus area, you want to make sure that that glass of water does not fall. So you're tilting your pelvis forward a little bit, which helps engage your core. And by your core, I don't just mean your abs. Your core is your entire midsection. So your abs, your transverse abdominis, your obliques, as well as all of the postural back muscles. You're going to hold your weights at a 90-degree angle. So you're making an L and a backwards L. Thinking about activating the muscle that you want to use, that is a big part in weight training, is you really want to think about the muscle group that you're activating. So you're just going to lift to straighten. You don't want to lock your elbows, but just lift to straighten. And then back again down to 90. You can hyperextend a little bit so your elbows are touching the ground if you want. And the key here is to go slow and controlled. So you don't want to go super fast where you're not activating that muscle properly. You want to use slow and controlled motion where you can feel the muscles working for you. And I also think there's something to be said for that mindfulness of just taking the time to connect with that muscle and think about how it's working for you in this exercise. It'll help to engage that muscle and strengthen it. And it also helps connect your mind to your body, which is really important. Two more. Okay, then we're going to turn so our weights are facing, our hands are facing each other, and we're going to open and hover so our arms aren't touching the ground for this. We're going to hover and then bring it back up. So that helps work the front of your chest and the front part of your arms as well. And you want to think about breathing in as you're going down and breathing out as you're contracting the muscle and bringing the weights together up at the top. So in and out. In and out. And we'll do 15 of these. 2 and 1. Then we're going to rotate again. And you want to think about keeping your elbows pointed to the sky. So if you think there's a string that's holding your elbows up, you're going to keep your arms still. So your arms are shoulder width apart, facing the sky. You're going to keep your top of your arms, your biceps, triceps still, and you're going to hinge at the elbow to create a 90-degree angle, and then straighten without locking your elbows. And this really isolates the tricep muscles. Slow and steady wins the race. Making sure that your core is engaged the whole time. So maybe you have to fix that pelvic tilt again and think about activating your core and using your breath. So exhale here, inhale on the way down, exhale on the way up. Two more. Last one. We're going to hold our arms up straight. We're going to keep them straight and extend them down, and then using our breath of exhale, bring them back up so your knuckles are facing the sky. The key here is you don't want to lock your elbow, but you do want to keep your arms straight, and you will feel this in the tops of your shoulders and the fronts of your shoulders like you wouldn't believe. 3 more. Last one. Good. So then I would do that whole circuit 2 more times for a total of 3 rounds. And I promise you, you will be sore tomorrow. Let me know if you guys would want a full video on my ab routine or a full video on what I do for legs and booty. I would be happy to film that for you guys as its own separate follow along video. So normally I would follow that up with some stretching. Stretching helps to break up some of that lactic acid, which is that burn that you feel, and it helps reduce your soreness the next day. And it helps reduce your DOMS, which is the delayed onset muscle soreness that you get from working out, which is sometimes like 2 days later you'll be really sore. Stretching and keeping it mobile is really key. If you find you're sore the next day, don't just sit in that soreness, stretch it out and kind of move it a little bit. And that is what will help bring blood flow to the area so you won't be as sore for as long. I can already say, even though, you know, I was sharing that I have been lacking in motivation lately, even from doing that short arm workout, I'm feeling the endorphins. I'm feeling good about myself, that I did something positive for my body. And you know, habits are something that build slowly over time. I believe that beliefs and thoughts lead to feelings. Feelings lead to action. Action leads to habits, and habits lead to change and results. And so if you're really wanting to build the habit of working out and eating well, you need to first change your thought pattern and your feelings and actions, which will mobilize you into creating healthy habits. And sometimes the first piece of that is just telling yourself, I deserve to feel better than I'm feeling, and I deserve to fuel my body in a positive way. And even if you don't believe it, initially telling yourself will bring the feelings later on. There's that phrase that you never regret a workout, and it's so, so true. The hardest part of working out and the hardest part of getting started is starting. It's all those things you tell yourself of why you don't deserve it. It's all those things you tell yourself are roadblocks that are preventing you from reaching your goals. It's all those things that you prioritize over yourself and your health that are preventing you. But the good news is you are the one that is also in control of changing all of those. You are the captain of your ship. You are the one who decides what you think about yourself and what you think about what you deserve. Case in point, I didn't feel like taking Ellie for a longer walk this morning, but now that I have moved my body and done something positive for myself, I do feel like doing that. So I'm gonna go ahead and fill a big water bottle up with water, and I'm gonna go and take Ellie for a nice walk. Rosy cheeks, back from my walk. It is time to make some food. I eat pretty intuitively. I don't follow any kind of like intermittent fasting or anything. I don't count calories. I just really focus on adding more healthy food to my diet rather than thinking about restricting what I can't eat, if that makes more sense. So like adding in more vegetables instead of telling yourself I can't have chips. Do you know what I mean? What sounds good to me right now is some eggs that are spicy on some toast with a bit of cheese. I try and use either coconut oil or avocado oil as a cooking oil if I'm going to be heating it up, and that is because olive oil, you see a lot of people use extra virgin olive oil, and it's because calorically it's less dense, but it's not as stable under heat. Extra virgin olive oil and olive oil in general is really meant to be eaten raw. There's great nutrients in olive oil. It's a really good healthy fat, but it's not really meant to be heated up. It's meant to be eaten. It's meant to be eaten raw. So if you're going to be heating up an oil, you want to make sure that it's staying, the nutrients are staying stable under heat. And so coconut oil or avocado oil, sesame seed oil, grapeseed oil, those are all kind of better choices if you're heating up. A lot of people are also scared about fat. When you think about diet culture and you know, the idea of restricting calories and that kind of thing, a lot of times people get scared of fats because fats are highly calorically dense. And so people often think because the calories are high, that fat is going to make you fat. And that is not true. In fact, fat is the satiating aspect of nutrition. So that if you don't have enough fat in your diet, you will kind of always feel hungry, which will often lead to binge eating or eating unhealthy foods. Fats help you feel satisfied after a meal. Fats are also the way in which nutrients is delivered to your body systemically. So you can think of fats as sort of like the Uber driver that get you where you need to go. If you don't have enough fat in your diet, even if what you're eating is nutrient dense and it's, you know, healthy, so to speak, if you don't have enough fat in your diet, your body can't absorb those nutrients as efficiently or as effectively. So it's really important to make sure that even if you're, you know, trying to decrease fat in your body and increase lean muscle mass, that you are still getting enough fat in your diet, because you need your body to be able to absorb all those healthy nutrients and minerals. I do have a whole 8-week fitness and nutrition program. It's like a wellness challenge, an 8-week challenge. I have it on sale right now for like 30 bucks, I think. I will leave it down below. I'm also going to be selling the nutrition aspect of that book as a separate ebook, just in case you're wanting kind of sort of like a nutrition 101, where you have a better understanding of nutrition and how it works in a way that's easy to understand and not super overwhelming. So I will leave both linked down below. I am not a dietitian, I should say. I'm just someone who has been passionate about health and nutrition for a long time, and I'm the type of person where when I get interested in something, I'm research minded, and so I just read a lot and I learn a lot. So I think I have a good wealth of knowledge for someone who's not a dietitian or a nutritionist, although I have at times thought about taking a program to, like, I don't know about life coach stuff, but just like a health and wellness coach. The only thing is, like, that's largely unregulated. Like, pretty much anybody can call themselves a health and wellness coach, or a holistic nutritionist or whatever. A holistic nutritionist is still a little bit better, but it's all unregulated. These schools are not accredited schools. It's just you're paying someone a couple grand. You are gaining knowledge, and then you're getting like a logo certificate that you can put on your website, but it's not the same as like a registered dietitian, which is an actual, you know, university program. So part of me feels like I'm wasting money to get accredited as like a health and wellness coach or a life coach or something like that, because those programs are kind of like not a real thing. But I do think about it sometimes because it is something that I find interesting, and I do know a lot in the area because I have myself just had an interest and done a lot of research. So I don't know, something I think about maybe down the road. Okay, so nice hot pan. I'm going to, oh, I should get my toast going actually. And on that, I'm gonna add some pink Himalayan salt, which has tons of minerals, and some pepper, and I'm also gonna add some paprika. Whoa, that's a lot of paprika. That's all right. Flip. Got some cut up strawberries, and I'm going to be buttering my toast. And the goal here is healthy, not a fear of being fat. Say it with me now. Healthy fats are good. Fats aren't the enemy. I've got a little bit of old cheddar here, and I'm going to put some hot sauce that I can dip in as well. Actually, instead of dipping in, I'm just going to drizzle that on top. Okay, it's lunchtime, and I'm gonna keep things super simple and perhaps a little boring for lunch. But you know what? It's fine. Again, I go for convenience. This is not good for the environment, but I have a ultimate Caesar kit, like a vegetarian Caesar kit. I'm just gonna throw this in a big bowl and eat this for lunch. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Do I love that they're single-use plastic? No. And for the salad dressing, I will definitely not use the whole pack of salad dressing just because to me it's too much. But you know, easy kits like this, it makes it easier for me to make a healthy decision for lunch. It kind of eliminates some of the roadblocks of what would make me tempted to just eat something unhealthy for lunch. Would it be even better if I was knocking it out of the park by not using any single-use plastic and cutting all the romaine lettuce myself and doing everything fresh? Sure, that would be killing it at the life game. But, you know, pandemic, 3 kids, single mom, working 3 jobs, sometimes convenience is worth it. And this helps me to stay on track. So for me, it's a win. So this is what the kids are having for dinner. They've got some meatballs and some fries, and sometimes when you put toothpicks in things, it makes kids want to eat things more. And we are going to be making dal for dinner. My friend Neelam, this is her family recipe. It's so easy, it's so healthy, it's so inexpensive to make, and I absolutely love it. You can have it on its own in a bowl, you can have it over rice or with some naan bread. So I will have the full recipe linked down below. So far, we have some red lentils just soaking for a little bit. It's really important to wash and rinse and soak your lentils for a little bit, because you can see all the sediment that kind of comes off of them, and it helps prevent things from being too starchy. You also want to do this with your rice. It makes a big difference. And we are going to be using the pressure cooker for the recipe. I will also have the pressure cooker linked down below, but it is worth every penny. It's a rice cooker, it's a dehydrator, it's a pressure cooker, it's a slow cooker, it's an air fryer, it's a steamer, it does a whole whack of things. I swear, I don't know what they use for the nonstick, but it's like government secrets or something, because the nonstick in it is like nothing else I've ever used in my life. It's so easy to clean. I get such use out of this. So for me, it replaces a bunch of different appliances in my kitchen, and I have gotten so much use out of it. For me, it was definitely worth the investment, and I'm glad I did. So again, I will have that linked down below as well. So let's get to cooking the dal. So I only ate about 2/3 of my bowl before getting full. And then I have 2 servings in each of this and 1 serving here. So that's another 5 servings of food based on that one recipe. So you can get, you know, almost a week's worth of lunches or whatever using not a lot of money, and it's really very easy to make. All in all, I hope this video made you realize that eating healthy and exercising doesn't have to be super convoluted. It doesn't have to be, you know, really complex and overwhelming. It can be very easy and straightforward, and it doesn't have to cost a lot of money, and it doesn't have to take you all day long, because who has time for that? So I hope this video was helpful for you. If it was, I would love it if you gave this video a thumbs up. If you're not currently subscribed to my channel, I would love it if you hit the subscribe button. I'm looking at doing 1 routine video a month moving forward. So morning routine, evening routine, fitness routine, like a workout video or whatever, what I eat in a day, just, you know, my productivity routine, my self-care routine, my Bible study routine. There's a million stuff I could do, and I'm looking to do 1 of those a month. So if that sounds like something that you want to get behind, I would love it if you hit the subscribe button. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to check all the links in the description box, and I will see you next week. Bye.